For information on Featherlight Trailer, call 1-800-800-1230. Featherlight, official trailer of NASCAR. Well, it's all over but the shouting and the celebrating. And looking to see what you have left to run with next week here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. For the Coca-Cola 600, Randy Pemberton in the garage.
Ricky Rudd survives and brings the car home in one piece. Ricky, that was some kind of race. That's all I got to say.
Well, it really was. There's definitely a lot of excitement there at the end of the race. The first race we ran real good. I guess we ran second in the first segment, and second segment we loosened the car up a little bit and it hurt us. It got us too loose. We fell back to about seventh, and in that last segment, I mean, it was something else. I can't really tell you what happened. Everybody was hitting everybody, it looked like, and chain reaction took place. And I asked our guys, how many laps have we run? They said, well, you haven't even begun the 10-lap segment. Yeah, you haven't even started yet. So I guess we're glad to have this one over, have it in one piece. And, you know, we're the best four tonight, but we sure got killed by them Chevrolets tonight.
I have to ask you, how do you put it on the line like that when you know that the tendency that it's going to happen out there? How do you go out there and do that?
Well, I guess it's no different than probably hopping in your streetcar. You know there's going to be accidents every day, but you're hopping on that airplane, but you just say, well, what's going to happen to the other guy? It's not going to get me tonight. And you have to drive like that. You know, you totally block it out of your mind, and maybe it sounds like it's a little bit cold-blooded, but I guess you grow up at a young age with it, and you're able to block it out, and the best thing is nobody got hurt. You know, if one of those guys would have got hurt bad tonight, then it's not as easy to block it out.
Okay, congratulations on a good run. Survival of the fittest tonight. Rusty Wallace survived. He's with Glenn Jarrett.
And it survived, he did, and not a bad night overall, Rusty.
No, I was happy with it. I got a fourth place out of it. The car really handled good. That's one thing I feel good about for my chance in the 600. It's more of a long-distance deal. It kept getting better and better as the night went on. I started working the high side, working the low side, and the car was good. We'll go back. We'll bring a different car. We'll bring a car called the Captain. We named it after Roger Penske that we won Michigan with. It's a pretty good car. It's a little better than the one we had here tonight. So we'll run that in the 600, but we didn't get a scratch on nothing. Everything performed good. The pit stops were good, and I'm happy with the finish.
Let me ask you a question. I know we talked earlier this week about how you generally set a car up for a longer run, and these short runs are not always what you want to do, what you want to see. And having to do that tonight, does it kind of go against the grain of what you really want to do with the race car?
Well, you know, I never had been the best guy when it comes to qualifying, and I don't know if I can say that I'm the best person when it comes to a short endurance race. But those long 400, 500, 600 miles, I tend to like those pretty much. But I gained a lot of information this week, a lot of shock absorber information. We had a lot of people help us on shocks that we made a big leap in our shock program this week. I was real proud of. But everything's going good right now, and we just got to get faster. We've got to go back and find a better engine. We've got to get a little slicker car, and just a constant pursuit to get better.
Well, now, we're going to see you on TNN tomorrow morning with your show Win. Give us a plug there.
Yeah, 10:30, I guess it is tomorrow. Win. It's been going real well. We want all you fans to tune in. I hope you're going to like the show. I've had a lot of fun doing it, taking place with Neil Bonnet, great friend of mine, and I just enjoy it a lot. We got 4 or 5 more segments, and I hope you can tune in and watch it.
It's a great show, and it will be on at 10. They've changed the time on us, but we'll look for Rusty tomorrow morning, and obviously again next week in the World 600. Congratulations on a good night.
Well, thanks a lot. You know, I got to put one more plug in here. This race is over. My main focus on right now is getting those 2 Penske cars in the field for the Indy 500 tomorrow. All the team down here in the South is wishing you guys all the luck in the world. Roger, Al, Emerson, everybody watching tonight. Thanks a lot for everything. We're pulling for you, man.
Okay, same here.
And tomorrow on TNN Live, the Meridian Advantage 200 Busch Grand National Race from Nazareth, Pennsylvania. David Green's on the pole. Tune in at 1 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. A lot more live auto racing on TNN this weekend. In addition to the Busch race tomorrow, you'll see the Mopar Parts Nationals at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. NHRA drag racing action. Final round coverage live from Englishtown, New Jersey. The finish. $300,000 to Jeff Gordon and Rick Hendrick. Sterling Marlin, second, $80 grand. Ricky Rudd took home $34,000 tonight. Rusty Wallace, $30,000. Jeff Bodine, Bill Elliott, Robert Presley, Mike Wallace, Jimmy Spencer, and Brett Bodine, the top 10. Then it was Terry Labonte, Elton Sawyer, and in the garage area, Darrell Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt, Bobby Labonte, Lake Speed, Todd Bodine, Mark Martin, Dale Jarrett, and Ken Schrader. Also today, Marty Ward won the Sportsman 100, and last night, Ramo Stott won the Winston Legends return race here in Charlotte. And we'll be right back after this.
Tonight's exclusive coverage of the Winston Select on TNN has been brought to you by cold-filtered Miller Genuine Draft, making the world a very cool place. By Chevrolet, the cars and trucks 36 million people depend on every day. Genuine Chevrolet. And by Haviland Formula 3 Motor Oil. Add more life to your car.
Line of traffic piling out of Charlotte Motor Speedway. They'll all be back next week for the Coke 600. Let's go down to the garage area. Randy Pemberton.
Jeff and I waiting for his interview to come on as we watch it on our little TV down there. Jeff, good run tonight, 5th place.
It was, you know, winning would have been better, but we survived a couple bad wrecks. And at the end, the wreck did affect us. Our fenders got bent in the front. We lost all the downforce. And downforce is very important, as you've heard the last month or so about with these race cars. And the car was just way too tight. But we finished, we survived. It was a wild night. And, you know, what do you expect here at Charlotte for the Winston Select but what you got tonight? I think the race fans enjoyed it. I know there's about 10 race drivers that didn't, though.
Okay, congratulations on a good run, and good luck next week in the 600.
Thanks. Hi, Barry.
And Jeff Bodine's comments pretty much sum it all up. Let's go back to the host of Race Day on TNN, Rick Benjamin, for his final overview.
Quite a night for Jeff Gordon, Mike, and Gordon certainly setting himself up. He likes night racing in Charlotte, obviously, after his Coke 600 win last year and winning here tonight, too. And he ought to be one of the favorites, certainly, when we come back here next week for the Coca-Cola 600. Tomorrow, race day on the air at 11:30 Eastern, 7:30 in the evening Eastern time. Hope you can join us. We'll have full highlights from tonight's activity. We'll preview all the action tomorrow at Nazareth. Also, NHRA drag racing at Englishtown, the ASA series in action this weekend, and final day qualifying at Indianapolis. Rusty Wallace talked about whether his teammates from the Penske stables will make the show. We'll tell you tomorrow night on race day. Mike?
Well, Buddy, Ernie, did we get our money's worth?
I tell you, it was just a thrill a minute. I mean, it just, if you thought it was all going to end, it just kept happening, and it was exciting.
And the hits just kept on coming.
Mike, I think if they ever replaced me in this booth for this particular race, I'd probably whip the person they put in here. That's how much I enjoyed it. I really like it up here. And I tell you, the Charlotte racetrack does such a great job of putting this race on. Like I said, a lot of guys wrecked tonight, a lot of equipment torn up. But that's what this is. This is an open contest, and people do things in this race they wouldn't normally do. You know, this is the format.
Ernie, did you have fun tonight?
I tell you, it was exciting. I'm going to have fun next week, too.
Sure. We'll look forward to joining us on some of our other Winston Cup telecasts this year. Tomorrow,